Today, I will be asking you 5 key questions that evolutionists ask creationists. Question number 1. How can you prove God?
The question, how can you prove God, is not really a question at all, because to prove something that exists, it has to have, or it has to be phased by time, space, or matter. And because God created time, space, and matter, He is not owned by His own rules that He created. But a good way to prove God exists, well, here's a couple good ones. The Bible says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You're thinking, what's that have to do with anything? In the beginning, time, God created the heaven, space, and the earth, matter. You have a trinity of trinities all at once, just like the Bible says. Another one, the world is intelligently designed by an intelligent creator, of course. You look at a painting, you make a conclusion there was a painter. You look at a TV, therefore there was a designer for the TV. And the impossibility that God, or that nothing created this, it's impossible. So I'm using logic to say, well, there must have been a creator, and luckily I know who that creator is. It is God Himself. What's the second question?
Is the Earth really 6,000 years old?
Yes. A lot of people think, oh, it's billions of years old because of carbon dating and all this stuff. There's a lot of assumptions that they base it on, which are wrong. And at school, they're going to teach you it's billions of years old, and not 6,000. And I think I know why. It's called indoctrinating, not educating. If you go to Germany about 40 years ago, and you said, I think capitalism is better than communism, they'd shoot you, kill you, get you out of there. Because they were only teaching their kids communism is the best type of work, not capitalism, not anything else. It's called indoctrinating, not educating. Next one.
What about Pangea?
Pangea never existed as much as evolutionists want it to exist, because for many reasons. Number one, there's not enough sediment in the earth or in the oceans, so they say, oh, there must have been Pangea. And they say, oh, look, the states are moving and everything. The continents are moving, I'm sorry. So they're saying because they're moving, they must have at one point in time been put together, which is wrong. If you see somebody getting off Highway 75, does that prove they've been driving since Florida? No, it could prove they just got on the exit. Just because we see they've moved a couple inches doesn't mean they were all together at one point in time. And this was disproven also, but many evolutionists deny it, that the continents move because of plate tectonics. The plates move, so the continents move with it. What's the next question?
Isn't creation anti-scientific?
This is completely wrong. As much as people say, you're a creationist, you're not scientific because you believe in God. Ever heard of Isaac Newton? Ever heard of Albert Einstein? Ever heard of Vincent van Gogh? Robert Boyle? There's thousands of educated people out there that believe in God and made the foundation for science. Actually, it's evolution. What has evolution done for us? Nothing at all. It's just like a big leech. They just come in and take what the creationists have started. Robert Boyle, I believe his quote was, science brings me closer to God. And you know him by Boyle's law. He did mathematics also. And that's usually, this is what happens, is somebody starts something, and then people don't want to believe in it, which is God. People don't want to believe in God. So they start a new religion, which evolution is a religion, and they come take over what the creationists started. Next question.
What's the difference between microevolution and macroevolution?
This is the most important question on this list, so you need to pay attention. Macroevolution and microevolution. Microevolution means a small variation within a kind. So a dog can produce a dog, like maybe the dog, the wolf, and the coyote had a common ancestor. I wouldn't argue. But then macroevolution says all life on Earth from a common ancestor. You see, kids, we see all these different changes, which is microevolution, so it proves that we all must have came from a rock 4.6 billion years ago. The last 2,000 years of science proves that what God said is true. God said if they bring forth the same kind, a dog dog and a wolf can bring forth. A dog and a cat cannot. Me and a human can bring forth. A human and an ape cannot. Okay, there's a huge distinguish between both of them. And a lot of people say, well, then why don't teachers teach this? Because you need to believe it happened. You have to believe long ago and far away that evolution happened. It's not science. Evolution is not science. Beer is sold at football games. Beer does not make you an athlete. They just mix it in together. Evolution is not science. It's mixed in with science. Doesn't mean it's science, though. Thank you.